Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a minute since we talked about where Bitcoin was going, where it's coming from, where it's going, what we're going to do with it. Um, but here we are. We obviously we had. Well, let me first start off by saying I did a 37-minute video, and I had the sound on. That's why everybody's probably assuming. No, I had the sound on, but the I tried a new setting, upping the frame rate on OBE to 48 frames per second, but my 28, I think it's 2018, my 2018 computer, maxed out RAM, can't handle it. So I'm gonna need a new laptop pretty soon just to be able to do recordings on OBE. Anyway, so I tried that, but so we are here to take a look at Bitcoin. We had the ETF. The ETF happened. As I've been saying, I'm going to go through it real quick. Been saying it every video. I called it from 15K all the way up to 48K. Okay, the target was 48K to 56K because of a bump and run reversal top pattern, reversal bottom pattern. Go look it up. We're literally repeating that process over and over again. You want to know where we're going? Take a week, take 2 weeks, a month to learn how to chart it yourself. That's how I knew where we were going. Okay, we took a look back at the previous chart, and from 20K on down to 3K, from 3K up to 14K, 14K back down to 4K, 4K, all the way up to 69K. Bar bottom and bar top done over and over again. Okay, I didn't need anything else but to know how to chart that out. Okay, now here we are. Where are we going from here? We're only at midway through the full cycle. Okay, keep that in mind. But first, let me get these little uh, tasks off the list. Like, share, subscribe, please. Anybody who needs to learn how to trade or wants to know how to trade, um, reverse engineer my trading strategy, send it to them. All right. Um, we also have Black Lion Kings is the group. We're also offering services. I'll get this part out the way quick. Uh, Learn how to day trade, daily price targets for altcoins, top tier shitcoin. That's how pretty much how I started off. It was finding the best shitcoins from the bottom and getting 100 to 1000x out of them. Well, my best was 300x. High success rate trade bots. We're creating trading bots. Those are coming soon. And then join a community that we're always on top of it. We live, breathe, eat, drink crypto all day, every day. So join a community that is a part of the crypto community and loves crypto. Contact us on the Black Lion Kings Discord group. I'm there all day, every day. I'm the main moderator. I'm always on there. It's my baby. So come join us. $15 per channel to access. These are pretty much the channels: day trading, altcoin targets, and shitcoin entries and bots. And then we also have one-on-ones as well. That's a different price, but $15 per channel, $50 for a comprehensive package. Introductory prices will change. All right, so we got that out the way. We're going to take a look at the Discord. Here are the premium trading groups that haven't been opened yet. And then we have the open chat where we talk about everything, and I give at least one good target a day. We talk about all the alpha that I find all over the internet. I post it here. Members only group, getting $15 to enter for now. Open chat, we also share our wins as well. This was the bottom well, temporary bottom in my opinion. You'll see in the video analysis soon. I hit it pretty much $3 away from where we bounced at on BingX. BingX is the main exchange I use. I show how the bottoms occur, temporary or not, how to set stop losses. Hold on, we talk about everything in here. Okay, we talk about what coins we're getting into. I do show all the videos. We have other people, crypto was at Crypto Alliance showing off 330% just within the 25 cent range on his favorite token Waves. We talk about the L2 Ethereum tokens that we are buying into. Metis, go get Metis. That's a freebie. Metis L2 token. It's got to hit billions of dollars. Just I think it's only at 500 million right now, 400 million. All right. And we had a live stream. We do everything here. All right. Go take a look at the Discord. Okay, now we're gonna get to the charts. We had to get that out the way. All right, so this video is going to talk about particularly where we're at now, where we came. We already talked about where we came from. We came from 15K. We went up to 48K. We hit 48K and we dropped down to 41K. Okay, we hit 41K. It's been marked out forever. Let me see if I can find the BTC USD. I think it's the Coinbase chart, the messy chart that nobody likes. Is this it? Yep. Okay, marked it all out. We marked out the bump and run top from 4K to 64K, 64K to 20 to 30K, 30K to 69K, bump and run top. So we figured, oh, it has to be a bump and run bottom to reverse it, right? Okay, we got that out the way. Now we marked out where we were going using the bump and run top. Simply put, we marked out the 618. We'll go back to the non-messy chart. We marked out the 618 from the bottom with our Fibonacci. It's the simplest way you can do it. New bottom was established here. Okay, we got a new bottom established here. We realized after we retested this little mini trend line we had going, okay, you have to be able to do this analysis on your own. Okay, we retest the midway point and then we bounced up from there. We realized, oh, there's a bottom somewhere down here. Where are we going from here? The the bump and run bottom, the bump and run bottom pattern, we marked it all the way out up to here. I said it didn't matter if we're going up, sideways, down, back, flip, rotate, spin, barrel roll, whatever. We're gonna hit 40K. And I'm laughing because that's what we did. Look at this shit. What the hell is this? We've never seen shit like that before, or at least even I haven't in my almost 11 years of trading, never seen some shit like this. But it happened, shook us all out, shook a lot of us out. And here we are. So from 48K, what are we doing now? Okay, so what I'm bringing you here for is to show you where we can potentially go in the future using where we came from. Okay, we're going to go into the past to the last structure that, if you watch my videos, I showed you we're comparing exactly to. Market structures, market cycles, they all repeat themselves because what repeats itself? Human nature repeats itself. Human nature, fear, fear and greed. What is going on? What? You kidding me? That is the oldest we got on OKX. Let's see what we got. Let's go to Bitstamp. They have one of the oldest charts. Okay. So we hit 20K, right? We hit 20K. Everybody remembers we hit 20K. Came all the way back down to 3K. Okay. Very similar thing that happened with from 69K all the way back down to 15K. It's the equivalent of what we did here in the past. This was March 2020. What happened 2018? The drop happened 2018. We recovered in 2019. That top ended in mid 2019 as well. Okay, same thing's happening here. So what we're gonna do is analyze real quick. Well, this part's quick. Where we came from. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mark out our zone, the zone that we were playing in, or that we're gonna be taking a look at, top, bottom, and then we're gonna mark out our trends. Obviously, they become trends. Hindsight's 2020. most of the time. All right, so first thing we mark out are trends. Second thing we mark out is second thing we mark out are well, first thing we mark out are ranges. Second thing we mark out is trends. Third thing we mark out are identifying higher lows and lower highs, right? First thing you want to assume is that after we hit a level like this, well, if we hit the 618 level, okay, that's the first simplest thing you could possibly do. Mark out the new bottom. We figured, and it's going back to what I was saying earlier, we marked out the bottom, or we marked out the top and we marked out the bottom. Fibonacci 0 at the bottom. So you can see there, 1 at the very top. Okay, then you also have to go in to settings. I'll show you this real quick and I'll make a more comprehensive video on this. Go into settings, you mark out your 65% and your 618 and your 786. Also, you have to have your 0 and your 1, okay? Hit okay, make sure it's going up because we're trying to find a bull trend. We hit the 65%. This is called the golden pocket from between the 618 and the 65% mark. We hit the 65% mark on target. It's no coincidence. It's science. It's fact. This is the most bullish target, whether you're going up, shorting, going long or shorting. Excuse me. The 65% to 618 golden pocket is the most sought after zone in trading. Okay, we didn't hit that on accident. So we hit that, and you can go back. You can go into the current chart, mark it out, 69% top, 15,400 bottom, and take a guess before I get there what level we're gonna hit. Take a wild guess. This is current price action. Oh, look at that. We hit the 618 almost on the dot. We hit 49, almost 49,000 on some exchanges. Okay, right there. We hit right there, and then we came back down viciously over the course of a day and a half down to 41K. Not a coincidence. Side note, big important note, we've had institutional buyers, billionaires, buying up Bitcoin since probably 20K, 25K. And that's how we've gotten to this point. Retail, they were still hurt by buying somewhere in the 50s, 60s, letting profit go, and then letting the price come all the way back down to 30, selling 30, and then thinking, listening to certain influencers about us hitting 10 to 12K. But the smart traders who understood that we're not going to drop anything more than 87%, and we're actually watching the charts, realize, oh shoot, we're creating a bottom at 82% drop. Okay, we're not going to go 100% down. We're not going to go 90% down, 92% down. Those days are over. We hit 82% and we came back up. We realized there was a bottom. Now we can mark out, oh, where's the 618? Where's the 61.8% move back up from the very top 69%, 69K? That's how we figured where to get that target. That simple. Is that simple? Okay, now you can do it too. And we're going to figure out where we're going to go from here. Remember the 61.8% and the 65% area, very highly sought after. Those are the areas we're always looking for. Keep those numbers in mind. Okay, so now we figured, oh, this is the top. This is the new top for this range, for this era of trading of the market. So we're going to come back, take this one, pull it back to the top of that around 14K, and we're going to keep the bottom the same because we're coming up from the bottom, right? All right, so now what used to be the 618 is now the 1.0, and we're going to mark out where we're going to drop to from here. All right, so depending on the chart you look at, Bitstamps is a little bit different. The wicks you're going to get are a little different, but we ultimately hit the 618. Okay, so we're going to mark that out with an arrow. So we hit the top, we pulled back to the 618. Now we're going to take that and make that the bottom temporarily. Pull the 0 all the way up. Now the 0 is the bottom where the 618 used to be. Okay, now where do we go? Again, depending on what chart you hit, or chart you're using, you're going to find the 618, the golden pocket a little bit differently. So ultimately, again, we're harping on the 618 golden pocket zone. You're going to always aim for the golden pocket. Okay, if we're going back up again, we're also we're assuming that we're going to have a lower high, especially after these extravagant highs. We already hit the 618. We're assuming we're going to have lower highs. Okay, it's a distributive model. We're distributing volume now. People and institutional buyers who were bought all the way at the bottom, they're taking profit now. Okay, so we always go for the 618. Boom, we hit 61. We hit the 65%, pulled back a little bit, and we went a little bit higher. Okay, some people, they even, for me in particular, we take a look at the overextension mark all the way up to 786, and we can do that on the way down as well. So that covers all wicks and all possibilities. A lot of people aren't going to get the very top of this. You have to have a price order set in order to buy a wick. Okay, you can't just be like, oh, market buy at that price when he gets there. It's not going to give you that much time. All right, so we hit the 618, we hit the golden pocket, and so now where are we pulling back to? We're making this the top now. Okay, we're keeping this as the, now we're making this, let's see what we're doing. Okay, so now we're making this the range. So what I do is I always flip it. I've gotten used to this now because since we're going down, we're trying to find a downward target. Like, all right, if it pulls back, since we hit a lower high, we're definitely going to make a lower low. Okay, first thing you want to do is target the 618 target area, but ultimately from these levels in the market, at this point, the market is severely overheated. Institutionals, big money's getting out there pulling their bids. They're taking profit. They're looking for, yes, the golden pocket, but ultimately they're looking for the 786. So this is where you take profit here. We got a little bit lower because the rule was we got a lower high at the top of a range. Now we're looking for a lower low. Okay, so now we're going to use this lower low as the new bottom and keep that as the new top. Again, we're going to look for another 618. So we're going to flip the Fibonacci again, go into settings, reverse. And we're going to look for the golden pocket again. All right, and again we got another 786 overextension. You got there's reasons for that. We won't go over that now. But we take this area here, and again we mark it out. We hit the 618. We take profit there. If you want to continue, if you want to hold all the way to that 786 level again, or somewhere around there for your final 10 to 25% of what you have left on this long from down here, then so be it. But again, what did we get? Lower high. Okay, this continues to show that this market cycle is over. Okay, so ultimately, this is what you want to look for. We got in this what's coming out to be a descended triangle pattern. Got a lower low, and while we're marking out these lower highs, lower lows, and that's an equal low or a higher low actually. It's actually a higher low. And if you look in Market Cipher, I'll just have you take a peek. You're going to see that this is the basic strategy. You get a lower low identified by the green, then you get a higher low. That's where you first want to take a trade, at the first higher low. Okay, we're not going to talk about Market Cipher. Okay, we're just talking about basic strategy, range, trending, and Fibonacci's and levels. Okay, now it doesn't matter if we get another, since we got a higher low here, we can imagine we're going to get higher highs. Okay, but it doesn't matter. What matters is we continue to get lower highs. Okay, and as you can tell, rewind the video, go back over it again and again. You continue to mark out these levels as the new highs. These are the ranges that we're playing in. Boom, and then you want to take profit at the 786, flip it, or take profit at between the 618 and the 786, and you keep doing it on the way down. Boom, 786 happens, pops back up, you realign, okay? And then we get to the point where there's nowhere left to go, and we realize after all these lower highs, we're in the descending triangle. Go look up what a descending triangle is and all the rules to it, and you understand what I mean. Okay, I've been studying these patterns. I've been doing this for 11 years. I've been studying this relentlessly for 11 years. So I remember these patterns just by looking at a chart. And then our was it about fourth or fifth touch of this line here, we got to break down because descending triangle usually breaks down 68% of the time. I remember all the rules again, and then we can go back and identify. All right, where did we come from, and where are we going? Okay, we're gonna zero. We're gonna bring this back up because we want to continue to identify the main trend, and look what happens. We finally got that 618 touch on the main trend line. Okay, so if you didn't want to play any of this in between, you could have shorted from here and then waited for the 618 touch. Whether it's going to happen between here or here, it doesn't matter. All right, that's what we're waiting for this entire time. And again, this is a bump and run reversal pattern, so you can mark out uh, almost exactly where it's going to go from here, but we're not going to talk about that for this old range. And so now we're gonna take that same concept to figure out where we're going to go for the next few moves. Okay, and first thing I see, identify the bottom, 15,400 or so. The top, uh, well, we're making the top. Well, we identified the top of 69K. We hit somewhere around 618. So we hit the 618 and we're dropping down now significantly, 7K in just about 28 out or 24 hours. Okay, so now we can pull that down and make that's the new top. So now we're going to range something just like this. We're looking at this being very similar. It won't happen exactly the same, but we will still hit this 618. We will bounce back up. We will drop back down somewhere. Ultimately, we want to go no lower than the 786, or and with a slight deviation. This deviation was very deep. Okay, slight, even if you were, uh, you know, considering a small deviation to the bottom of this level here, and you still got this action happening, you'd still be back in profit probably within an hour. Okay, so you just have to identify the 786 and then identify where a small deviation would go from there, because there are a lot of people who have stop loss orders trying to keep from getting wicked out, and that's probably what happened here. There's probably a lot of liquidity down here because of stop loss orders, and so instead of going to here, we went all the way back to the bottom of this range here. That's probably why the COVID dip happened. Whether the COVID dip was going to happen this fast or whether we're going to continue to stair step down to that 786 plus level, it doesn't matter. Just identify these levels and be ready to take advantage of them. So we take a look at currently where we're at now. So we want to find that 618 level. Okay, we're going to flip this around. It's probably where I had it before from the last video that failed. Okay, we're going to flip around the Fibonacci because we're trying to find, uh, we're identifying it just based off of where we came from. Okay, so that was right. So now, let me make sure I have the zero zone right. Okay, from 0 to 1 from the bottom to the top. And now we pull this back down to the 618. A lot of people don't want to see this right now. They want to continue the pump. And honestly, what's the current price? My long is probably getting hit right now. High, low, current. Yeah, a little bit. Um, my Solana long's probably not doing well, or yeah. But anyways, no, I'm not in Solana. All right, good. We identify the 618 level. Okay. Next thing we want to do, we know there's going to be a bounce somewhere around here. we identify the possibility, high possibility of a lower high. Okay, that's just for visualization. Wherever the lower high goes, we're gonna have to use indicators to figure that out. Okay, we bounce back up to here ultimately, where we're identifying this 618 on the way down as the new temporary bottom. Okay, and again in the last in this section, it looked like we were hitting the 786. So we're going to assume that that's where the lower high is going to be, 46,127. So there was a bounce that happened somewhere around here. What is that? Bounce happened somewhere around here, small deviation under 42,400 down to like 41,400 or so, which is where I bought in, doing some tighter analysis right here at this level. We got to bounce down to that level. I think we bounce up a little bit more. Sorry, we bounce up a little bit more. Actually, let's identify that right now. We can do it on the daily. Okay, we bounced up a little bit. So where's the 618 going to be? We're gonna just use this level right now to identify, and we'll come in. We're gonna use this level to identify where the next 618 level is going to be. All right. So then I guess we're still using the top level, our bounce area. Our bounce is a free target. Our bounce is going to be somewhere between a 618. Safe place to take your bet is up to the 618, 46,100. And the 786. Identifying what we did last time, we're trying to go off of what we did last time in the exact same area, but 4 years ago. We went to the 786. So you're going to look at somewhere between the 618 Fibonacci and the 786. Okay, 786 is at somewhere around 47,300. Ideally, you want to take most of your profit here, whether you're doing 70, 75, 80%, and then ride the rest up until you get to the 786 or a little bit before that. We always want to run where all the liquidity is. Okay, so then we're gonna go. Let's just say we go to 786. Okay, give you a nice little area to, if you did get in a little too high, 45, 46K, you might have an opportunity to get out, break even, or with a small profit. Okay, so we're looking at that zone. Then we're using that as the next top, pulling it down. Bring that back down. We're flipping the Fibonacci, right? Because we're going down. Hit reverse. Now we're going 618. You probably get it by now. 43,700, 43, or all the way down to back down to 42,750. And what this is doing is these areas, these volatile areas, they create liquidity. So we needed to continue to go up from here, for example. We need to uh, liquidate or get people out of their money, whether they were shorting or longing, to continue way up. Now we want to go all the way back down. That's where we're going. We're going down somewhere between 30K and 15K. It's happening. 15K will happen with the Black Swan event. It'll be a repeat of this chart. Black Swan event will take us down there, possibly the recession. But ideally, we're going to go somewhere between 25 and 30K. Okay, so we're trying to go back down. The market works in two ways. Money has to rotate, right? Um, maybe you learn how to trade from me, from Black Line Kings, and you learn how to short properly. Shorting is just longing, but the other way. Okay, think about that. Okay, so now let's just imagine we're going to the 786. Again, we're taking this zone. Actually, I have to zoom in. I'll zoom in anyways. We're taking this zone. And again, this is short term. I'll do a long term. I'll do more of a comprehensive long term video very soon. Identify 618. Okay. Now we identify that as the bottom. That's the new bottom. That's still the top. Flip it back around. And we just 618, 786 it until you get dizzy. Okay. I'll do one more and then you get the idea. So we go to there. Okay, and we keep making what? Well, first identify the range bottom, that wick over here, 40,000, somewhere around 40, yeah, somewhere around under 40,100, and the very top. Okay, that's the first thing you do. Now we're going to be doing the trends. Then we identify the trends with Fibonacci's, and then we can draw out lower highs, lower lows. And then we can start to figure out the pattern we're getting here. Humans are simple. We're greedy and we're fearful. And you can take advantage of greed and fear and make money off of it. Okay. And then in times like this, we might get overextensions. We get overextension here, get overextension down here. So we hit a higher, like just like we talked about, we hit a lower high. But you can assume you can easily take profit down at the 786. We hit a lower high, we're going to hit a lower low. Okay. Copy, paste, low, low, copy, paste, low, low. And then we're going to implement like what we did. Well, I don't think I did it this video. We did. Okay. We're going to implement lower high, lower or lower low, lower low. One more. And then we're going to implement from lower high. We're either going lower low. We're just waiting for the next lower high. Or yeah, we're waiting for the next higher low to come in. Even if we make another lower low from this into another lower low, and then we finally get stoppage of the action. Now we're using what everybody sees in my group and even on some YouTube, some Twitter posts and even in the YouTube videos. Okay, so price is that bad right now. We're waiting for the basic strategy. We're higher low. Finally, it doesn't matter what time frame we're on, 1 minute or 4 hours or one day. We're waiting for that basic strategy. We take a look at Market Cipher again. Okay, we haven't got there yet. We're gonna, we utilize the Market Cipher. We look at the blue waves. The blue waves will end up looking something like low, 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 higher low. What does that look like to some people? Inverted head and shoulders. Okay, or the low can even be just a tiny bit higher than the other one. It looks like a double bottom, and then we want to see a breakthrough, which ends up matching, the price action from here to there for another lower high. And then we finally break down into what looks like, a descending triangle. Okay, using the bottom of this range as the bottom, and then we can break down from there. Okay, so ideally we're looking for a descending triangle. Okay, so first thing you're looking for is ultimately you're looking for a lower high. We're assuming with great confidence we're going to hit a lower high, and that was this level here, the 47,300 is our first take profit if we get a bounce up from, or excuse me, this zone is our first area of take profit. And now if you made mistakes, you can make up for the mistakes now. No need to be in despair and what we do next and being fearful of us dropping any further. Okay, we got this little bounce, little higher low. We can continue up somewhere between the 618 and the 786. All right, so that's what we're looking for short term. Short again, free. Actually, well, we'll keep it. We'll just extend this out again. First, well, not first thing. Main thing we're looking for is a move down. We have 35 minutes, almost exactly the same as last time. We're looking for a move down to 36K. Specifically, flip it. No, keep it up there. No, yeah. So we got that move down. No. We're supposed to do. We're supposed to do off of. We find our 618 off of this. Very bottom of the range, very top of the range. Okay. We hit 618, pull back. 618 becomes the top of this range. Our first area we're looking for, 618, is 36,285. Okay, now if we're taking that and we're taking the bottom of, or the start of the new run, ultimately we can flip that around. This is the secondary area we're looking for to pull back to. We could look for 35,000. That's worst case scenario. So ultimately we're looking for 35,300 or 900. What is it? Well, first we're looking for this area down here, 37,700, the start of this. Let's see, pull that back again. First, we're looking for the start of the golden pocket, 37,350, and then secondarily, we're looking for 36,000, pretty much 300. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that. If you have any questions, you know where to find us: Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Send us some questions there. Again, we have all these services. Come hit us up. You can ask about them. You can ask about the memberships at any of those areas: YouTube, Twitter, and Discord. Come join us at Discord though. And I believe that's it for the video. Thanks, and talk to you later.